You're walking through a parking lot, minding your own business, when you suddenly notice a car smiling right at you. Or maybe you've walked into a room, reached to plug in a lamp, and felt like the electrical outlet was staring back in absolute shock. These faces don't actually exist. Your mind is simply performing a common trick called pareidolia. It happens when the brain searches for familiar patterns, specifically faces, within completely random shapes. Once you know the name for it, you start to see it everywhere. An angry pepper in your salad, a sad-looking house on your block, or a grinning washing machine. This ancient evolutionary superpower is so potent that it has sparked alien conspiracies and global internet crazes. To understand why our minds do this, we have to travel back hundreds of thousands of years. Imagine you're an early human, huddled around a small fire in a dark cave with your tribe. You hear a sudden sound in the thick bushes nearby. Out of the corner of your eye, you catch a vague, shadowy shape. You have a split second to make a choice. If you assume that shadow is a predator and you run away, you survive. But if you wait for a better look and you're wrong, you don't survive. Our early ancestors lived alongside dangerous, massive predators like the saber-toothed cat. In that world, nature rewarded brains that overreacted. A false alarm was harmless, but a missed face was fatal. To help us react instantly, humans have a specialized part of the brain that works like a high-speed face scanner. It can recognize a facial pattern in less than 1/10 of a second. We are born with the scanner ready to go. Newborn babies will ignore almost everything else to lock on to face-like shapes. For a social animal, recognizing a face doesn't just mean avoiding a predator. It's the first step toward bonding with a parent and finding safety in a group. Because being part of a tribe was essential for survival, our minds became hardwired to prioritize finding faces as quickly as possible, even if it means losing some accuracy along the way. Instead of waiting for details, your brain predicts what you're looking at. A basic pattern, like 2 simple dots in a line, triggers a response. Your mind instantly fills the gaps, transforming those shapes into a recognizable face. We are so used to reading faces to understand the people around us that we start seeing emotions in objects too. Car makers take advantage of this, intentionally designing headlights and grills to look aggressive or friendly to attract different types of buyers. Artists throughout history have hijacked this visual wiring. Surrealist painters like Salvador Dalí filled their studios with work using hidden shapes to trick human perception. By arranging blocky shapes in the right pattern, artists can force your brain to see a famous face, like Abraham Lincoln, even without details. Our biological need to find and understand other people is so intense that it turns the inanimate world into an emotional landscape. We end up feeling empathy and connection for things made of just metal, plastic, or paint. This habit of seeing faces where they don't exist has led to some incredible real-world consequences. In 1976, NASA released a photograph of the surface of Mars. A hill on the red planet was caught in just the right light to look like a giant stone face. It sparked massive rumors about an ancient Martian civilization that lasted for decades, long after we proved it was just a pile of rocks. It happens at the breakfast table, too. In 2005, an author named Karen Stolznow decided to run an experiment by creating a specific burn mark on a Kellogg's Pop-Tart. She made the burn look like the face of Pope John Paul II and put it up for sale on eBay to see if the internet would bite. People took the prank so seriously that the Pope Tart was eventually archived by our National Library as a permanent piece of cultural history. These stories prove that our pattern-seeking minds will find a human presence anywhere, from the surface of another planet to a toasted snack. The next time you spot a face in the clouds or a surprised expression on your toaster, don't ignore it. Even when you look at the moon and see a familiar face looking back, you're witnessing an ancient survival skill. It's a sign that we are biologically built to search for one another and to find human connection in every corner of the world. Where's the weirdest place you've seen a face? Tell me in the comments. If you learned something new, hit the like button and subscribe for more Science Made Simple. Thanks for watching.